What's the word? What's the word, baby? And it's time for a Bills report. I can't wait. The season is officially here. Now, granted, we don't get to get that action on Sunday like everybody else, but that's because we special. You know how we are. We the mafia. So we get to start ours out in prime time because, of course, everybody wants to see us, baby. So, Monday Night Football, man. It's going to be a good one, though, man. Obviously, Bills, Jets, the new and improved New York Jets, and all the stuff that's coming along them. But I'm excited about this, though, man, because we got some pretty dope matchups that we're going to talk about today. And we got some stuff that I do feel like will be advantages for us. So, with that being the case, y'all hit that like button on the front end. And don't forget to subscribe, because this is what we do. All right, you seen some of the film reviews, you know we're going to keep that coming, right? But we're going to get these reports in as well, man, all right? So, first thing we got to talk about, man, is up front. Now, we know we're going to have a officially new starting right guard, Osiris Torrance, the rookie out of Florida, man. He was named the starter. So we know on that right side, man, I'm looking at him and I'm looking at Spencer Brown. Those are the two guys that have to do their job. All right, keep Josh clean, man. It's that simple. When you talk Dion on the other side, when you talk Connor, Mitch, we feel a certain level of comfort with them because they've been here, they've produced to varying levels, but as a whole, we just feel more stability over there. We know with Osiris, he's the new guy. We got to see what it looks like for 4 quarters. The consistency, is it going to be there? And then for Spencer, man, just stay in the fight. You know that, man. It's not always going to be the best, but you got to compete. You got to stay fighting these dudes, man, and ultimately do whatever you can to keep Josh clean. Because if Josh is clean, we know he can eat it up. You feel me? But that's the one thing, man, that I thought of early on. And for Osiris, man, he's going to have a pretty tough guy, man, he's dealing with in terms of Quinnen Williams. All-pro type guy, big type contract, good, high pedigree guy, man. Just a really productive player, man, when he's been out there. So obviously for Osiris, man, that's going to be a dude that he's really going to have to be locked in on. And for Spencer, I don't know how much Carl Lawson he will get, but if he does, Carl's a heck of a player, man. Just been banged up at times, but he's coming off of another productive season, 7 sacks. Just like I said, man, a dude that when you're talking about from a pass rushing perspective, can do some things that, like I said, man, challenge him. I don't know how much Spencer will see him, though. If not, then you got John Franklin Myers. I hope that's the one that Spencer sees more of. I think it's a better matchup for him. But obviously, we'll see, you know, what the Jets want to employ up front. Next thing, though, got to talk our running game, man. James Cook, Damian Harris. Brought in Damian for a reason, man. We saw the production that he had up in New England, you know, working with them other guys. But as a whole, man, he's one of those running backs that gets you tough yardage. In between the tackles, physical runner. Talk James Cook, man, explosive. We saw the speed even this preseason. We saw what he was doing last season. We're excited to see what he can do as the feature back, as the lead guy. But for both of those guys, man, they got to win. CJ Mosley, that's who they'll be facing. CJ, all-pro type. Heck of a linebacker, man. But at the same time, we got to push that, man. If he's in coverage on James, man, you got to make that thing look older. It ain't old, but make it look older. All right. When we talk about running the ball, man, got to stay on schedule, falling forward, ball security as well. We can't put the ball on the ground. Can't do that. All right. But for me, man, James Cook, Damian Harris, man, keep us on schedule. Keep it so Josh doesn't have to feel like he has to be the hero every single time. You know, as long as we do that, man, I think that really, really helps us out offensively, and it'll take some of the pressure off of Spencer and company up front. Like I said, you don't want to have them dudes put in obvious pass situations too often right now, man. While, like I said, they're just trying to get settled in, man. Like I said, we got some new pieces over there. So let's make sure we treat them appropriately, man. And the running game will be the best thing to help take some of that pressure off of those guys. Third matchup, though, that I can't wait to see because it is good on good. Diggs, Sauce. Because you know Sauce going to follow that. But I love that, though, because Diggs is Diggs. Diggs is motivated. Diggs is pissed off. Diggs is ready to show that, you know, he can be a big reason why a team wins a Super Bowl. And I'm all for it. He's talented enough to be the Offensive Player of the Year if he wanted to be. He is all everything. And Sauce on the other side, man, is a dope player without a doubt, man. And I thought that they matched up well last year at times. Felt like Diggs was winning. But unfortunately, we just couldn't get the connections the way that we wanted them to be. But that time right here, man. Diggs, let's go, baby. You be you. Diggs be Diggs. As long as Diggs is Diggs, man, I love it because certain things that they do coverage-wise defensively for the Jets, they change a basic call and make it insanely difficult to go against because of how good Sauce is. I mean, they typically treat him like a Darrelle Revis, like a Deion Sanders in terms of how they'll be running zone concepts everywhere else on the field, but have him man to man. That's the stuff that can't happen. But the only way that won't happen is if Diggs is being Diggs, man, and ultimately making that look like, yo, you can't guard me one-on-one because he's him. So, you know I'm expecting to see that, though, baby. So that's going to be a fire one. Then after that, man, it's simple for Josh. Keep it clean. All right? We know you're going to be all world. We know you're going to be slinging that thing all over the yard. We know you're going to be running the rock. Keep it clean. If you're running the football, slide, get out of bounds when you need to, but ultimately can't put that ball on the ground. When you're talking about throwing that ball, taking shots, this is a young, very talented, very, very productive defense. You already know how to attack it, though. But you can't be reckless with it because this is a team right now that if they get turnovers based on what they're bringing out offensively, they could, take advantage of it, put us in a compromised position. So it's going to be critical for Josh to protect the ball. And except in the past couple times against the Jets, we know they've been able to get some turnovers off of them, put them in some bad situations. So that can't happen, man. You just got to be disciplined. And like I said, the Jets, the way they're playing their defense right now, they're not going to allow too many shots. But when you do get a chance to take one, we got to connect on it. And we saw last year at times where we were taking those shots, we just could not finish the plays. So we got to make sure we finishing those. But for Josh, man, keep it clean and we nice. And then the last thing from you, man, is this. Starts up front on offense, starts up front on defense. Groot, Gregory Rousseau, Leonard Floyd, the new guy. AJ, you can get your opportunities. Shaq as well. You can get your chances. But you have to win up front. Dwayne Brown, Mekhi Becton. Nah, they can't be the guys. We got to be the reason. And those guys specifically, in terms of Groot, in terms of Leonard, those are matchups that they should be able to win. Dwayne Brown, man, is a good player, heck of a player, man. He's been doing it for a long, long time in this league. Emphasis on long, long time. But he's also been banged up and, missed a lot of time this offseason. Trying to see what does that look like? How healthy is it? Still, that's questionable right now. Talk Mekhi Becton, yeah, man. Former high pedigree pick, 11th overall, but has been injured the past couple of seasons. They even had questions in-house about, number one, if he was going to actually be good enough to be the starter. And then number two, man, in terms of his conditioning level and stuff like that, man. But they don't have a lot of other options. We're very familiar with Max Mitchell. That ain't going to be the answer for him, So when I think about that, I look at that matchup and I say, man, Rodgers is Rodgers. We know, very similar to how we look at Josh, he's going to get his. They got young Garrett Wilson out there. He's nice. All right, cool. We know they got talent in the backfield. All right, cool. But this is the weak part. This is where you attack them at. And ultimately, man, I feel like this is where we have the advantage. And what better way to frustrate Rodgers than by hitting him, huh? So let's go down there to New Jersey and show them boys how real New York squads get down. But yeah, I can't wait, man. It's definitely going to be a fire matchup. But you guys got to let me know your thoughts on the matchup, man. How do you see it playing out? Who do you think gets the dub? Whew. I like this one, though, man. I'm feeling good about it, though. Definitely feeling good about it. So yeah, man, it is going to be a vibe. But that will be it for the report. I guess I should give you my prediction. I got the Mafia taking it. So with that being the case, holla! And until next time, baby, let's go, Buffalo!